In this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the Fusion interface. So across the top, we see our various tools that we'll be working with. Most of the work that we'll be doing in this class will be in solid mode. We will do some surface modeling as well. And you can see as you click on these different tabs, the tools change based on what type of modeling you're doing. And then we have the different sections. So within the solid modeling, here we are creating our objects. These are some of the most commonly used, so like the extrude, the revolve, creating holes, etc. And then some of the less used are then in this drop down, we can see additional tools. Same thing under modify. Once we've created an object, then we can add fillets, we can create shells, etc. If I click on the drop down for the modify, we see additional. So that's the menu at the top. Over here we see the stuff that's in our project. So right now we don't have anything in our project, but we do see that it has the origin, and right now you see the eye that has this little line through it. That means it's hidden. If I click that, it'll now show those origin planes, and we often need to be able to work from those. Sometimes you will need to show and hide those, and we can do that with any object. So if I were to start modeling, the way we always start modeling is we create a sketch. So the very first button we have up here is sketch. I create that sketch, and you can see that now those origin and planes come up. I choose which plane I want to create the sketch on, and then let's say I just want to make a simple rectangle, and then I hit finish sketch. So there's my sketch, and we can see it has now added a sketch folder. If I were to hit the eyeball on that, it would hide that sketch, and then I can bring it back. In order to turn this into a 3D shape, I can extrude it. So one of our tools right here, extrude, or the shortcut that we always use is E. So I select the rectangle, I hit E to extrude it, and then I can drag it in whichever direction I want, or just type in an actual value, like say 50, and now I have my cube. And now we see another folder created over here, body. So I have my sketches, and we can see that once I've extruded it, automatically hides the sketch, because usually that means we're done with that sketch if I need to bring it back. Okay, there's the rectangle sketch again. But then under bodies, we see we have just one body. If I hide it, my rectangle disappears, bring it back. If I create another sketch on there, and let's say I just add another little rectangle to that, finish sketch, E to extrude that one. Then I have a couple options here. I can join this to the original body, or I can create a new body and hit OK. And now we see over here we have two bodies. If I hide body 2, it hides just that part. Hide body 1 hides this part. And then down at the bottom, we have what's known as the parametric timeline. If I were to drag this little end tool back in time, we can see that it no longer shows that second body. Drag it back further, it's only showing the sketches, which since that's hidden, it wasn't showing anything. So I can go back in time and I can edit anything that I want to edit. So let's say the original rectangle wasn't the right size. Well, I can come down here to that original sketch, sketch 1, double click on it, and we can see my rectangle, and I could modify the size from here, which this is getting into stuff that we'll do much later, but I'll quickly do that, make it 50, hit finish sketch, and we can see that it updated the 3D shape as well. So that is your parametric timeline. And then finally, to save your projects, we can see that right now it's untitled and it has this little asterisk beside it. That asterisk means that it is not saved. So I'm going to come over here to my save button, give it a name, test project, what are you going to call it? Then you will see student folders within your period. You want to make sure you go into your student folder, select your name. For me, I'll just leave it in my default admin projects. I'll leave it as test project, hit OK. And now you can see that this says test project version 1, because it's the first time I saved it. As I create new versions, that will automatically update and change. It no longer has the asterisk because my project is saved. So make sure that you remember to save your projects. Fusion does not save automatically. So that is an overview of the Fusion interface.